p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and please rise to the pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the next item is approval of the agenda. Does anyone have anything they'd like to add or alter on the agenda?
If there's no other additions, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the agenda as submitted. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. Next item is approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting of September the 4th.
No one has any additions or corrections, I'll make a motion the minutes be approved as presented.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the minutes for the September 4th meeting as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. The next item is financial report. Colleen?
We began the month with $110,846.16, and we took in receipts of $66,134.07 and made disbursements of $100,693.25, leaving us with an ending balance in the general fund of $76,286.98.
I would like to make a motion to approve the financial report as submitted.
I'll support that.
Moved and supported to approve the financial report as submitted. Any discussion?
I have discussion. I just want to bring to the board that our investment policy, although it is not being changed, is being updated to add Patty Allagreen's signature as the clerk, because I just had one with Arlene's signature from '93, I believe, or '94, and as I'm making investments, they really want something a little bit more up-to-date and with signatures that they recognize on it. So the investment policy has been updated with signatures only.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. The next item is correspondence. Item A is the fall workshop. Included in your packet is a copy of the fall workshop offered in St. Clair County in Fort York. If you're interested in going, please contact Patty Allagreen before the last day, which is 26th. Is that right?
I'd like it before then, if we
Okay.
have it
Well-
in.
Shoot for a week from today,
Yes, that'd be great.
by the 9th.
Yeah.
October 9th.
Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Do we need a motion in there that we're gonna pay for it?
Well, if you feel comfortable with that, but make it to include the ZBA and the Planning Commission also.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I make a motion to approve the fall workshop for the planning commission and ZBA members that wish to attend.
Support. Okay.
All right, which one's gonna give it? Okay.
Daniel is there.
And then you meant board members also, right?
Yeah, board members too, if they wanna go.
Okay.
The cost is $10, but if you don't go, we don't get our money back, so you'll have to reimburse us.
We'll pay your $10.
When do you need to know?
She'd like to know by a week from today,
Yeah.
if possible.
October 9th.
Okay, moved and supported to approve attendance at the St. Clair County Metropolitan Planning Commission Fall Workshop for members of the board, the Planning Commission, and the ZBA. Is there any discussion?
I just, let me know if you're going to go, because I'd rather not drive up there at night, and if you're going to go, that would be wonderful, because there is something being discussed about bringing internet cable to the entire township. I know the governor has kind of put a timeline on that all rural areas will have internet access, and if it's coming to St. Clair, that would be wonderful.
Free internet access?
Free?
Not
No, not free.
just,
Nah,
but
No.
I mean, I'd be willing to pay for it if they would
Nothing
get
in
it
life
done.
is free.
Down in there.
Okay, any other discussion on that?
Ask the question.
Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. The next item is just kind of correspondence, informational on the never-ending court saga. There was one in your packet, and there's one on the table. We are on the docket for the October 15th with Ron Digo, so we'll see what happens.
And that means I-
Basically, we're just going to close the matter. It's already been decided, it's just a matter of closing it up.
Yeah, what? Oh, we're in Judge Kelly's chambers now.
That covers
So, okay, moving on. The next item is C, electronic recycling. We got this from the county about, they're gonna have electronic recycling on, I gotta read it real quick here, October the 13th at the Goodles County Park. Anything to do with electronics. Could be video games, computers. I believe it had TVs on here when I read it, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah,
TVs, they'll take them. So if you don't wanna fight with the garbage man, or you don't like polluting stuff, it's the Goodell State Park, October the 13th.
It's a good idea to get your hard drive wiped clean before you turn it into something like that.
Or just destroy it, because sometimes you still can't get it.
Well, they're gonna salvage it for precious metals and a few other things out of them
Yeah,
when they
okay.
send them in, so you can destroy it all you want and put it in a box, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Under new business, item A, St. Clair County Drain Commission, Meldrum Drain Extension, Board of Determination. I was contacted a couple weeks ago, there's been a petition filed to make an extension on the Meldrum Drain. They asked if they could have it in Casco, and I said certainly. And at that time, the tentative date was the 18th of October. I called the Drain Commission today because I know they have to send stuff out to the property owners and stuff and put it in the paper twice. And he said due to scheduling problems, it's been, the date has been changed to November 1. So if nothing changes, on November the 1st, we'll have a meeting here at 7 o'clock and for a board determination on whether that's a reasonable request to put an extension on the drain.
And how is that done? Do
Well, the Drain
Members-
Commission appoints 3 people that do not live in Casco,
okay,
that have knowledge of drains. They come in, the petitioners give their side, they will have some maps, but he said they have not shot grades or anything yet.
okay.
And anybody can speak for or against it. And
When's
they
it
make,
supposed to be?
November 1st.
Or first in the hall here?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
7 o'clock?
yes. If the time changes, we'll put it on the website.
Okay.
Okay. Item B is the 2012-2013 snow removal contract. It was on the table in front of you because I did not have it in my hands last Thursday. It's the same company that's been doing it for a number of years. To be honest with you, I kind of forgot about it, so it was a last minute deal. I looked in the minutes, this is the exact amount that we've paid them since 2008. So it has not gone up one penny. They did change the language this year to include April, because that was a rub. I looked in the minutes, and that was brought up last year, whether it was the end of March or April. So they included April at the same price that they've been giving to us for 5 years.
Okay.
So that's why it's on the agenda. And the amount is $1,650, an inch of snow, or any freezing rain, and they come in scrape and salt. They made out like bandits last winter, and they know it, but the
This year may be
the
our.
tide could turn and it could be the other way around.
Yep, we could get
So-
the winter like Europe had last year.
And when we did have snow, they did a good job. Everybody was well satisfied.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I make a motion to accept the bid from Early Bird Earls, snow plowing.
Second motion.
Okay, moved and supported to accept the bid from Early Bird Earls Lawn Care and Snow Removal Company for snow removal and salting of the Township Hall for 2012-2013 winter at an amount of $1,650. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. Okay, the next item is item C. As you maybe remember, we do have a Construction Board of Appeals. I put a copy of the minutes from your meeting in 2009. It's the bottom paragraph, to just kind of give you an idea of what we did in 2009. One of the gentlemen is not available, so we called Armada, and Mr. Ballard is on. And all three gentlemen were contacted, and they're willing to do it. To my knowledge, we've never been called upon to use their services, but I believe there's a $300 fee if there's a difference of opinion between our building administrator and somebody with a permit, and as to, is this code, can I do it or can't I do it? They have an option of going to this. The three gentlemen are Mr. Lyle Ballard, Mr. Robin Caruso, and Mr. Steve Nickel. So requesting that we appoint them to a 3-year term on the Construction Board of Appeals.
I have a question about that. Okay, they have a difference between our building inspector and what they're wanting to do. They go before this board. What if the board turns them down? Do they have a right of appeal on that?
I think that they always have the right to get the state inspector.
Okay,
You always have that right. If you don't like the building inspector, you can build a house and never see him, get the state inspector. There's communities that don't have the resources that the state inspector does all their stuff. So you always have that option. Beyond that, I have no idea. If the state inspector would say, no, I don't, you'd probably have to go to circuit court, if I was guessing.
yeah, probably. Okay, I guess I make a motion to appoint Mr. Lyle Ballard, Mr. Robin Caruso, and Mr. Steve Nickel, is it?
Yes.
To a 3-year term from 2012 to 2015.
I'll support that.
Okay, moved and supported to appoint those three gentlemen to the Construction Board of Appeals for a 3-year term. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, motion carries. Next item is old business. In front of you, you have a copy. We went over it last month. I had no input from anybody. We just added the language at the end about, you have to sign it that you understand it. And basically, it's a weapons policy for Casco Township. Employees are not allowed to bring weapons on Casco Township property or carry them if they're doing a job for Casco Township. It does not include police officers or zoning enforcement officials. And for whatever reason, apparently it does not cover elected officials because they can't be fired, the same as an employee.
And there are no search warrant issues in the search provisions?
Well, I kinda asked that, and if you notice, the language says, reasonable cause. So if somebody says, I'm gonna go out in my car and get a gun and shoot you, yeah, you got a reasonable cause to go look in the car.
But you don't have to get a judge to give you a search warrant to search someone's
for
car.
that.
I'm just asking, I don't really.
Well, they don't in schools either.
Seems reasonable.
When you go to a high school, they can search your locker and your
Well,
car.
they do more than that.
they own the lockers.
So-
Bodies.
But this, because we're a government body here, that this is, we could do that, we could tell.
Yep.
like,
No, I went through our attorney.
We're not gonna have.
He drew it up. He said all we needed to do was have a motion. We didn't need a resolution. and just make it a policy of the township.
Now, this would be different if we were a commercial entity, I take it. This,
Well, I got a sample of the employee handbook from Kroger's. And in this big thick handbook, there's one little bitty paragraph. And it says, you know, kinda says the same thing. If you bring it on the property, you're gone. You know, they have the right to fire you.
yeah, I just don't wanna see us get, you know, Mr. Wayne LaPierre and NRA in here to.
But they're an employee, it's not, now, if you're not an employee, you can have an open carry, you can carry a gun on your belt and walk in.
All right.
But not if you're an employee, because, you know, you go to Walmart, you don't see any employees running around with guns on the belt, do you? Because as an employee, you're getting paid, and as condition of employment, you can't bring weapons.
In our legal counsel,
He made it,
okay.
he drew it up. So, for that very reason, so we need, if you're in favor of it, we need a motion to approve this.
So moved.
I'll support.
Moved and supported to approve the Casco Township policy regarding weapons. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Motion carries. The next item is payment of the bills.
If there are no questions, make a motion, the bills be paid.
I'll support that.
All right.
Moved and supported that we pay the bills as presented.
Right. Roll call.
Any discussion? We'll have a roll call vote.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
me, yes. Bill,
I vote aye.
it's still,
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Citizens' comments. Anybody has any questions or wants to address the board? Now's your opportunity. We would ask you give us your name for the record, but you don't have to if you don't want to. How about our NEMC representative who was at the last NEMC meeting? Anything from you?
Not much.
Any updates on the planning commission?
No, we're gonna have a public hearing this coming month,
On cell towers.
cell towers.
They changed the law on cell towers. So we need to adjust our ordinance.
You guys have a good meeting last, couple weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Michigan Meadows wasn't on the agenda.
Father,
Yeah.
They won't be on this month either. Could very possibly be on in November.
Okay.
So, the only other thing under citizen comments is, don't forget, about a month away is the election. And either get an absentee ballot or come to the polls and vote. It's one of the few things in life you can do for free, so don't waste it.
I was hoping that a candidate would come here to introduce themselves and, you know, so
Oh,
I feel shortchanged.
Our meeting's too early in the month, maybe, I don't know, nobody asked.
yeah. And also, I want to remind anybody that's not registered to vote, that wants to vote, October 9th is the last day you can register to vote, either at the Secretary of State or at my office.
And there is a way you can even vote if you're living out of the country. But you have to make sure you're registered, so you have till the 9th of October for that. Anything else under citizen comments? Okay, we are up to adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn?
support?
Moved and supported to adjourn, all those in favor?
Aye.
Stand adjourned.
is this some kind of a record?
7,
Well, they were,
Huh?
7,
This
8.
is a
Brenda was
record.
yakking at me, it had to be a quick meeting, we
No.
didn't have much going
I
tonight.
had 11-minute meeting.
Really?
That was fun.
I remember one time when, was it?
Dad, are you doing that?
Yeah, I think it was run with.
Yes, I am.
am.
I called to order our meeting
Okay,
at
sorry.
7:20.
Okay.
I have an appointment of election inspectors. I have my list here. I have approximately 11 people that I will be hiring to run the election. Their names I can say are Joe Page, Shirley Lydecker, Richard Lydecker, Val Coleman, Lorraine Lambertson, Bernadette Sharp, Susan Macker, Arlene Schweiger, Jametta Lewis, Janice Robertson, and I'm gonna be borrowing one from Ira, which will be Francis Robinson.
So you need a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the list of election inspectors as outlined by the clerk.
Support.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those against?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay, we're done. Oh, I need a support.
Support.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. I don't know why I forget.